Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. We just got some more bombshell news during the Christmas event in the year 2024 on PokeMMO. So I'm over here right below at Critique City. It's really easy to get here. You just fly to the city, you head a little bit south, you make your way over to Route 37, and there is now an Alpha Suicune raid that just dropped into the game. This is a massive deal. It's extremely difficult. I believe it's 6-star, level 100. This is an ultimate type of PvM challenge, and if you complete it, you'll get yourself an Alpha Suicune, as well as obviously hidden ability Suicune, which is pretty cool and pretty interesting. I don't see if there's any on the GTL. Only a handful. This is probably Heatran-ish level. Maybe not as difficult as Heatran, but it's hard to say. There's only around 4 or so listed. They've only been up for less than an hour. The raid's been up for around 8 to 10 hours or so from what I saw on the forum post. So that means it took people about 10 hours or so to beat this raid, maybe 9 to 8 hours to beat this raid for the very first time. And I have some extra information on it thanks to people on the forums asking questions and Q really going out of their way to come answer a lot of those questions. So let's read through and learn about the Alpha Suicune raid together. Sorry if I mentioned them in the post to the devs, but both I and many players have doubts regarding the 6-star Suicune raid in the Johto. Is it permanent? Will it rotate with other Johto beasts? What will happen to the wandering mechanics? This is a fantastic question. The current roaming legendaries that, Suicune's already in the game. Why add it in this way? Why was he given hidden ability, inner focus, and not the last generations, which is water absorb? Honestly, all great questions. I'm worried that the Kanto instance will be the same too. Don't get too confused. I like the dynamic, but I'm worried that Mewtwo or Lugia or even Ho-Oh won't have a chance to appear in the instance of their regions that are like 6-star bosses. I would appreciate if you could answer these questions, yada yada. And Q does answer. Sorry, excuse me. Pretty much all these questions. Let's go down to it. We do get some responses from other GMs like Enzo. So we can see Enzo saying it goes away after the event and it's unrelated to roaming legendaries. You can still catch those. Let's scroll down to what Q has. I think Q touches on a lot more things though. Like most of it, for those who don't know, Q is one of the head developers of PokeMMO, from my understanding. Like most of the raids, it is a preview for upcoming features. It will go away when the event ends. I'm not sure what final form these legendaries will take, but I'm definitely not wanting to introduce more roaming legendaries in their current form. This is a really big deal, and I've seen a lot of players talk about this, and I've even talked about this. Running around for X hours on the first of the month is mind-numbingly boring. As someone who enjoys grinding and enjoys shiny hunting, even I don't enjoy legendary hunting. It just feels, like he says, very mind-numbingly boring, even more than shiny hunting to me personally. We knew it was going to be that when we introduced them, but those legendaries were introduced that way primarily as a stopgap because we wanted to get something out the door for the Johto release while we had peak attention. And then this guy basically responds to a thing, someone else saying rip shunting roaming legendaries, but it doesn't actually factor in. You'll just get your same rolls. Mega Bladers, fantastic top tier Spanish creator, came in and asked a fantastic question. If this were the case, what would happen to the legendary lures? Great question. There's an item built around the roaming legendaries. What happens to that if it gets totally changed? It's not been thought that far ahead. My initial opinion that would be that we would convert it to some sort of charm, which would increase the rewards when defeating a legendary raid, but we wouldn't make it useful if that's what we would make it useless if that's what you're asking. This is a big deal. So a lot of this relates back to something that was said in PokeMMO in the community by the devs back in like 2018. Back in 2018, they talked about a mechanic called dungeons, which has now kind of become raids. And they talked about wanting to add legendaries in PokeMMO via dungeons. That was before any legendaries were added to the game. And now they're kind of doing all of that. They're kind of creating those dungeons in a totally different way than we expected, but they're kind of giving us legendaries in the way of raids. Legendaries are going to become a lot more difficult to obtain, it seems, a lot more rewarding and be more PvM focused as opposed to just grind focused. This is a pretty big stepping stone in the course of Pokemon history and in terms of what we want to do for content, how we want to design content, and how we want to reward players based on that content. So just a massive deal. I have no plans of doing the Suicune raid today. I would love to try to get it done before the event ends, so don't worry. I will try to get a guide out on it as soon as possible. However, Today's my day off. I'm gonna watch some football, and then I'm Sunday tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing a massive stream, like a 10+ hour, 11+ hour stream, due to how many HelloFresh subs I have. So if you want to extend that stream, I don't know if I'll be attempting Suicune that stream, probably not, but I might be grinding for some Pokemon, EV training, XP training some Pokemon to prepare myself for future raids like Heatran, like Suicune, and then also shiny hunting along the way. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully it was exciting. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was enjoyable. If it was, like it. If it wasn't, dislike it. If you want to see more videos like this every single day, you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I do upload PokeMMO videos every single day and try to cover breaking news stuff like this and give you guys the stuff that it's easy to miss if you don't follow forums. Discord's down below to join a really cool community that's really helpful during the events. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, once again, HelloFresh link will be in the description alongside this forum post if you want to see the sources for yourself. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno.